Alright, hey everybody. I haven't done one of these live videos in a while, and I thought today would be a good day to do one because I just fired a batch of functional pots, which I haven't done for a long time, and I'm really excited about this batch of pots because I have been trying to learn how to use porcelain. I've worked in clay for I think over 20 years, and Lulubelle just walked in. Lulubelle, do you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody, Lulubelle. Lulubelle's really excited about these new pots too. But I may have talked to you about this before, but when I started to learn about clay, in my mind, porcelain was always this real special, intimidating type of clay to work with. It's a lot more expensive than normal clays like earthenware and stoneware, and porcelain's also has a reputation for needing a little bit of extra care, for being a little bit fussy. So I always love to learn new things, and about 6 months ago I think I started trying to learn how porcelain works. And because it needs that extra care, it's taken all this time to get up enough work and enough nerve to put it in the kiln and to see how it comes out. So I wanted to share with you all some of my porcelain pots. These are all porcelain, and I'll bring this a little closer to the camera so you can see some of the details. I'm going to walk back here to see. Hopefully it's focusing right. Okay, yeah, so a unique thing about porcelain is that it's translucent, and I don't think you could see it through the phone. I'm going to take this off the tripod, and I'm going to take this up to light. Usually clay, I'm not sure how to illustrate this. Give me just a second. Hang in there. Alright, so I've got this light bulb, and I'm going to put it in the bowl. And do you see how the light shines through the clay? With normal clay, it's a completely opaque, it's kind of like a rock. You don't see, well actually that's not true. There are some rocks that you can see light through, but porcelain's unique in that it has a translucent quality. And I've been real excited about this. I've never worked in clay that does this. So the decoration for this is all carving. I'm going to put my light bulb back up. It's all carving, and it's just a real light green that's made from copper, and the copper gets a little bit thicker everywhere that I carved, and really brings out the details in the clay. I'll do a little pan. You could see some of the different pots that I made. I've got I tried to stick with a theme that they all sort of relate to each other. I have some flowers, and here I've got some leaves. This bowl's kind of unique because I carved the inside as well as the outside. And of course these all have my John Hancock and the year. I think this little rice bowl's really cute, with some birds and leaves. I can't help but just put it in the light. I love the way porcelain is translucent like that. So I've made a lot of mugs. Here's some mugs. These are all porcelain. This is a little bit of a different carving technique. With these older mugs, I just carved line work, and with this I did more of, like, I think it might be called relief printing or relief carving, where it's a little more dimensional and the glaze sits on the design a little bit differently. And this is kind of fun. This is a beehive. You see the beehive there and some bees flying around. That's kind of fun. Here's another one of those relief style carving versus the line carving. The relief, this style was a whole lot more work than this, but I think I like the linear quality of this style carving with this particular kind of glaze. I had a few stoneware pots also in the kiln, and I think these came out pretty cool. This one's going to break y'all's heart because it already found its home, but this is stoneware. If I hold it up to the light, you see the light doesn't go through stoneware clay. But bowls are kind of fun because you have an interior and an exterior to decorate. Here's another bowl of some birds. There are birds on the inside and the outside. I thought I would do this live because it's hard to get the feeling of what a pot is like through a two-dimensional picture, because pots are a three-dimensional thing. Ideally, you really need to be able to pick these up and feel them in your hand. This is a little ginger jar with oak leaves and acorns. And because of the way that ceramics works, I don't like to sell them online or ship them. I think you need to come and see them in person, put them in your hand. This is a really fun bowl. You see the goat on this side, and then on this side you've got a little family of chickens, and then on the exterior there's a farm scene. So you've got the house and trees and hills and stars. And here's my last little pot. It's kind of a weird pot. I think it's going to end up in my garden because I made a lid and the lid doesn't fit exactly the way it should. So my projects that don't work out exactly the way I wanted end up in my garden. But I carved these little horses running around a little jar. I'll back off. So here's the fruits of the most recent kiln firing. I thought while I was in the clay studio I could give you a progress report on some of the sculptures I showed you in a previous video. Here's my bluebird. I'm trying to get good lighting so you can see. Should probably hold it this way. Well, there's my tripod. But here's my little bluebird. It might have just a little more work to go, but it looks pretty close to what it's going to look like. And then next to it, here's a little white dove. I'm not sure how to spin this around without risking dropping them. I'm real happy with him too. And this guy still has a ways to go, but I like the color. So you can see the base layer of colors on this sculpture. I still need to work on the legs a little bit, but I'm real happy with the way he's come together. Oh, keep showing you that tripod. But so that's what I've been up to. Whenever I have a good batch of pots come out of the kiln, I feel real encouraged, and I'm going to spend the rest of the day printing, but maybe tomorrow I'll just make more pots. So hopefully y'all are doing good. Thanks everybody for watching. It is always cool to see you all here, even if I don't get to see you in person right now. But hopefully you're doing well where you are, and you're staying inside and staying busy, being creative. I'm going to put this on the tripod just so I can show you my face and wave at you. So that's a wrap. That's what I've done. Hopefully you all are doing well, and we'll get to see each other in person soon. You all take care.